Something in you is going to break this week. And it's not a mistake, it's a divine activation. Have you felt the ground shake under your feet? As if your soul is on the verge of something inevitable? What if what you're losing? Was it really what always blocked you? Dolores Cannon spoke of souls who chose intense trials to awaken. And now, the transformation codes are descending upon you. It is not about punishment, but of sacred reconstruction. Get ready, Taurus. Because the trial that comes, even if it hurts, is the hidden key that unlocks your true spiritual strength. Have you ever felt like something inside you was cracking, even though nothing around you had changed yet? Have you woken up with a strange tightness in your chest, sensing that something invisible, was about to shift in your life? Taurus, what if I told you that this isn't anxiety, but preparation? The final week of August 2025 is not just another stretch of days. It is a portal, one forged in silence, pain, and eventual clarity. And you, soul of Taurus, are standing at the edge of it. Before we go deeper, I want you to pause for a moment. If this message is resonating with your soul, don't just listen. Be part of this sacred space. Subscribe now to stay connected as this spiritual journey unfolds. And leave a comment below declaring your presence. Say something like, "I'm ready for my truth," or whatever your heart needs to express. Your voice is part of this awakening. This week, the heavens are not gentle. Venus, your ruling planet, enters a volatile square with Pluto, planet of death and rebirth. This is not symbolic, it is energetic reality. Your spirit is being invited into a sacred breakdown, the kind that only happens when your old life can no longer hold the truth of who you're becoming. But let's not romanticize it. This will hurt. There's no hiding from it. The floor beneath your feet may begin to shift. People you once depended on may grow distant or show their true faces. Things you thought were stable, your job, your home, your sense of identity, may begin to tremble like glass under pressure. And yet, through all of this collapse, a deeper truth emerges. This is not destruction for the sake of pain. It is sacred demolition. The universe is not interested in your comfort anymore, Taurus. It is interested in your liberation. You have carried too many weights that were never yours. You've held on to relationships that drained you, careers that limited you, and beliefs that suffocated the wild power of your soul. Why? Because you thought that stability was everything. But the stars disagree. They're sending in the storm, not to punish you, but to rescue you. What appears to be falling apart is actually falling into place. I saw it in a vision this week while meditating in your frequency. A massive tree, struck by lightning, fell with deafening force. And from its shattered trunk, dozens of glowing seeds scattered into the soil. They were your new beginnings, hidden, dormant, waiting for the fall. You might already feel the pressure building, that sense of urgency, of restlessness, of emotional fatigue that no sleep can fix. It's not in your head. It's your higher self whispering, the life you've been living no longer fits the soul you've become. The tower has appeared in your reading, Taurus, and next to it, the card of death. But before you tremble, listen carefully. These are not curses. They are the gatekeepers of truth. The tower does not destroy what is true. It demolishes what is false. It tears away the masks, the illusions, the lies we told ourselves to feel safe. And death clears the soil, makes space for the seed of something real, something eternal. And there, standing behind both, is the card of rebirth. It is faint, still forming, but it's there, waiting for you to choose. So what will you do in the face of collapse? Will you run, hide, try to glue back the pieces of a version of yourself that's already expired? Or will you rise? Taurus, the divine plan doesn't need your perfection. It needs your surrender. The truth is, you were never meant to stay safe in a cage of comfort. Your soul came here to awaken, to be broken open like a geode, so the crystals of your truth could finally shine. You will be misunderstood this week. You may cry without reason. You may feel rage or grief or confusion. Let it come, let it move through you. That is the storm cleansing your inner landscape. Remember, pain is the midwife of transformation. And yes, some of you will face losses, a betrayal, a goodbye, a financial fall, a health scare. But none of this is random. It's your soul reclaiming its voice, its direction, its truth. And as your life shakes, so does your karma. Ancestral patterns are cracking, old agreements are ending. You are no longer available for roles that shrink you. In the background of all this noise, your angel is whispering, you are being remade, you are being fortified. Your aura is glowing orange-red this week, a color of sacred fire, of purification. And from that fire, something miraculous is forming. Not just a new reality, but a new version of you. One who no longer settles, one who walks with eyes wide open, one who trusts the divine even in the dark. Now take a breath. Let this message sink into your bones. And if your soul recognizes this as truth, I want you to write this in the comments. I welcome the sacred collapse. I am ready to be rebuilt in divine truth. Type it, declare it. Feel the fire in your chest as you say it. That's not fear, it's your soul waking up. Know this, the moment you declare it, the universe begins realigning everything in your favor, not by comfort, but by truth. The signs that your life is cracking for a higher reason. What does it look like when the universe begins to unmake your current life in order to build something higher? It doesn't come with thunder and fire from the sky. It starts in the subtleties. You cancel plans because you feel too heavy to move. You begin to question people you once trusted without hesitation. You wake in the middle of the night with an ache that you can't explain. Not physical, not even emotional, but spiritual. This is how divine collapse enters, not always in explosions, often in whispers. Taurus, as the days unfold, you may find that things begin to slip through your fingers. Relationships that once felt like home suddenly feel foreign. The conversations no longer flow. Silence stretches in places where laughter once lived. You try to hold on, to fix, to explain, but it only creates more tension. This is not rejection, it's redirection. Some of you may experience a sudden conflict with someone close, a partner, a parent, a friend. Words will be spoken that can't be unsaid. Truths that have been buried for years may erupt like lava from a long-dead volcano. And when it happens, do not resist it. Do not try to cover it back up. Let it burn, because buried truth is a poison. And this week, your soul demands detox. Others will see the shift in their finances. Plans that once looked promising may suddenly fall apart. A business deal collapses, a job becomes unstable, a payment gets delayed, or something you were counting on disappears. It may feel like chaos, but I need you to hear this with every cell in your body. The universe is removing false abundance to make room for sacred wealth. You are not being robbed, you are being recalibrated. Real wealth cannot be built on illusions, not for you, not anymore. In your physical body too, the transformation will speak. Taurus, you may feel fatigue that sleep doesn't fix. An old ailment may return, or your body may begin reacting to foods, environments, or people that never bothered you before. This is not just biology, it's spiritual chemistry. Your body is shedding the energy of a version of yourself that no longer exists. Listen to your symptoms, like messages. Your throat closing. What are you not saying? Your chest tight. What truth are you afraid to feel? Your stomach twisting. What are you still trying to digest that's already expired? Taurus, when the soul evolves, the body must follow. Do not resist it. Honor the vessel. Emotionally, this may be the most disorienting part. One day you'll feel fierce clarity. The next, you'll be drowning in grief, then rage, then peace. It will come in waves. You'll want to make sense of it all, but you won't be able to. Not yet. That's because what's leaving you is not logical. It's karmic. You are breaking agreements this week. Agreements with pain, with fear, with survival at all costs. You are cutting ties to identities you wore to be accepted, loved, or simply tolerated, and the weight of those masks is finally too much. Let them fall, let them shatter. This is not a breakdown, it's a sacred unlayering. Do not try to explain yourself to others right now. Most won't understand. Your frequency is shifting too rapidly. What you need most is solitude, not isolation, but sacred space. Retreat into yourself, take long walks, sit with your discomfort, cry when the tears come, journal without censoring, lay on the earth and remember you are held. And while the world outside seems to unravel, your soul will begin to hum with a deeper sound. Alignment. You'll start to see the signs, repeating numbers, animal messengers, songs that speak your heart, dreams with faces from other lifetimes. The universe is not abandoning you. It is guiding you step by step through the storm and toward your becoming. But you must walk through the fire. There is no bypass, no shortcut. Every collapse is sacred. Every death clears space for life. So pause, Taurus. In the quiet of the night, place your hands on your heart and ask, what is trying to leave me that I've been too afraid to release? Because what you're losing may be the very thing that's been standing between you and your destiny. The silence after the storm, where the new you begins to rise. There is a moment after the collapse when everything is quiet. No more shattering, no more noise, just stillness. And it is in that stillness that your rebirth begins. Taurus, if you are reading this and the storm has already passed, if the truth has already been revealed, the loss already experienced, the breakdown already felt, then what you are feeling now is not confusion. It is sacred emptiness. It is the moment between death and resurrection. This space is holy because this is where the phoenix breathes before it flies. Right now, the universe is whispering to your spirit, you did not die in the fire, you became it. Let those words reach into your bones. This week, you may find yourself staring at the remains of your old life. Relationships gone, plans abandoned, illusions cracked wide open, and wondering, what now? You may feel numb, disoriented, quiet. That's not a failure, that's healing. You are no longer who you were. But the new version of you is still forming. It's like the dawn, soft, slow, almost invisible at first. But make no mistake, light is coming. And it's not the same light that used to guide you. It's a light that radiates from within. If you're still with me now, it means your spirit is remembering something ancient. This isn't just a message, it's a mirror. So take a sacred pause. Subscribe if you haven't yet. This space was created for souls like yours, and in the comments, write what's awakening in you. Whether it's strength, clarity, or release, name it. When you write it, you anchor it. The universe has stripped away everything that made you depend on the outside world for validation. No more applause, no more approval, no more borrowed strength. You're being forced, gently but relentlessly, to look inward. And in that inward gaze, something ancient awakens. You will notice it in the smallest moments. You'll say no to something you would have tolerated just a week ago. You'll walk away from a conversation that used to trap you. You'll catch yourself before falling into the same self-sabotaging pattern and stop. That, Taurus, is the divine rebuilding itself inside of you. The strength you're cultivating now is not brute force, it's sacred clarity. It's the quiet knowing that you don't need to beg the world to love you. You were never broken, just buried. And now you are unearthing yourself. This is also the week when many of you will begin to hear a voice you haven't heard in years, or maybe ever. The voice of your soul's calling, not a career, not a task, a purpose. It might whisper, teach. It might murmur, create. It might nudge, heal others through what you've survived. And at first you'll doubt it. You'll think, who am I to do that? But listen to me. Who are you not to? Everything you've lost was preparation. Everything you've endured was an initiation. Every collapse was a clearing for this voice to rise. Don't try to define it yet. Just let it echo. Let it guide your next step even if the path isn't fully visible. The soul rarely hands us maps. It hands us a flame and dares us to walk into the dark with it. And you, Taurus, are now the flame. The people around you may not understand. You may find yourself pulled into solitude, into long silences, into days where you say little but feel everything. Let that happen. Silence is not absence. It is the sacred space where power returns. In your stillness, the universe speaks. In your pause, the divine rebuilds. So take this week not as a time to rush forward, but as a time to listen inward. Ask, what parts of me are beginning to breathe again? Pay attention to what feels lighter, who feels safer, what pulls you gently rather than forcefully. And if you feel nothing yet, that's okay. New life doesn't rush, it roots before it rises. And you, Taurus, are rooting now into your truth, your strength, your divine essence. Do not demand clarity before it is time. Trust the fog, trust the soil, trust that what is growing beneath the surface will soon break through. And when it does, it won't be the old you returning. It will be the you that the fire revealed. The first steps of the new you emerging into the world. It begins subtly. You don't wake up one morning shouting, "I've been reborn." No, the resurrection of the soul is quieter than that. It's in the moment you answer a message with calm instead of panic. It's when you hear an old trigger and feel nothing. It's in the decision to choose peace, not to prove a point. Taurus, this is the new you entering the world, not with grand declarations, but with grounded presence. After the collapse, after the inner silence, comes the re-entry. And this part of your journey is just as sacred, because now you begin to embody the transformation. You stop talking about it. You start living it. This week, you will find yourself making new choices that would have terrified the older version of you. You'll finally cut the tie to the person who drained you. You'll say yes to the opportunity that once felt too big. You'll walk away from the comfort zone, not in rebellion, but in reverence. Why? Because your energy has changed. You are no longer looking for validation. You are radiating alignment. You are no longer begging the universe to give you signs. You are the sign. And the world feels it. People may look at you differently. Some may pull away, not because you've done something wrong, but because your vibration no longer matches theirs. Let them go, without anger, without drama. This is not rejection. It's frequency separation. You are being aligned with your true soul tribe now, the ones who see you, feel you, respect your sacred journey, the ones who speak your new language of depth, of truth, of wholeness. They will appear when you stop looking and start standing. Your outer world is catching up to your inner revolution, and that means some closures will now be final. You may receive news this week that seals a door, an opportunity you waited for. Gone. A relationship you hoped would return. Done. A pattern you tried to revive. Dead. Let it all go. These are not losses. These are conclusions. They are the echoes of your old vibration being cleared. And in their place, new alignments begin to form. You'll feel it as sudden clarity. I don't belong in that place anymore. I don't need that title to feel valuable. I don't want to prove anything. I just want to be. This is power, not the loud, performative kind, the rooted, unwavering kind. Taurus, you've crossed a spiritual threshold, and now everything you touch will begin to reflect your new truth. But you must stay vigilant. The remnants of your old life will try to seduce you back, the comfort of old routines, the safety of familiar dysfunction, the lie that says you've changed too much, go back. Don't. You didn't walk through fire to go back to smoke. This week, trust your instincts more than your logic. Trust the energetic response in your body. Do you feel constriction or expansion? That's your compass now. That's your guide. You'll also notice that your environment is shifting. Objects you once loved now feel heavy. Rooms you used to enjoy now drain you. Even food, music, and smells may affect you differently. Don't ignore these cues. Your vibration is realigning every layer of your life. from the inside out. It's time to rearrange your space to match your soul. Clean, donate, repaint, rearrange. Not for aesthetics, but for energy. Make your home a temple for this new you, because the world you're creating now is not built for survival. It's built for sovereignty. You are not just returning to life, you are claiming it. The return of the soul, Taurus as a channel of divine light. There comes a moment in every sacred journey when the traveler realizes they are no longer the one who began the path. Taurus, you have arrived at that moment. Look back, not with sorrow, but with reverence. You have walked through your personal underworld, you have watched your old world burn, you have stood still in the sacred ash, and now you are rising, not as the same person, but as something truer, stronger, luminous. You are no longer just Taurus, the one who craved safety and resisted change. You are Taurus, the temple, Taurus, the channel, Taurus, the keeper of inner wealth. What you have endured is no longer just personal, it is cosmic. Your pain was not punishment, it was preparation. Your silence was not emptiness, it was initiation. Your solitude was not exile, it was a divine appointment. And now you carry codes. Yes, you, codes of compassion, because you have felt the deepest ache and survived. Codes of clarity, because illusions have fallen and you now see. Codes of courage, because you chose to keep walking through the fire when turning back would have been easier. These codes are not to be hoarded, they are seeds, and you, Taurus, are the soil. Your mere presence now carries medicine. You will begin to notice that others are drawn to you, not for what you say, but for the peace you radiate. They will say things like, "I don't know why, but I feel better around you." Or they will confess their fears to you without knowing why. They will seek your calm without needing advice. This is the frequency of one who has been broken and rebuilt in truth. You no longer need to convince anyone of your worth. You no longer need to explain your process. You no longer need to apologize for your evolution. You are not who you were, and that is your gift to the world. From here on, Taurus, your mission deepens. You are not here just to survive life. You are here to anchor light. You are not here to repeat old cycles. You are here to complete them. You are not here to live by fear. You are here to walk as truth. And truth now is your compass. You'll feel this shift in every area of your life. In your relationships, you'll attract fewer people, but deeper souls. In your work, you'll stop chasing titles and begin creating meaning. In your body, you'll stop punishing yourself and start honoring your vessel. In your mind, you'll stop spiraling and start trusting the unknown. Because now you know, for real, that the unknown is not something to fear. It is the womb of your becoming. This week marks more than an end. It is the ignition of a new cycle, one where your inner world leads and the outer simply responds. You've gone from being controlled by the storm to becoming the stillness inside it. And when the world looks chaotic, when others around you begin their own unraveling, you will remember this moment. You will know, I've been there, I made it through, I became more. You will become a lighthouse for others, without trying, just by being. Let this final truth settle in your bones. The universe never breaks what it does not intend to rebuild stronger. And you, Taurus, are now built of gold forged by fire, not soft, not weak, sacred. If these words found your soul, it's because your spirit has already crossed the threshold. Now write this final decree in the comments. Let the universe hear it from your own hands. I have been broken open. I now rise as a keeper of divine truth. This is not a metaphor. It is a frequency. Breathe it, type it, feel it in your skin. And from this moment forward, walk, knowing that your steps are guided, your wounds are wise, and your light is unstoppable. Welcome back, Taurus. Welcome to your true self. If this journey touched something deep inside you, don't walk away in silence. Subscribe to keep receiving these messages. Your soul is on a path, and this space is part of it. And in the comments, leave your decree as your signature of rebirth. You're not alone in this. Others are walking the same fire, and together we rise.